Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How are you? Are you good? Because I'm not.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. You went just
so much trauma.
Oh, God.
So we're back in the safe space.
Jesus.
If anyone was paying attention, the episode came out a little late.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit last week. But this one right here is a trooper. Because she went through trials and tribulations to get it out to y'all.
So testimony.
Right. So I'm forever thankful. Y'all should be too. You're welcome.
And because of that, y'all should go and watch it
again and again,
5 times
each person, and then share
let it roll while you're sleeping. You know,
because I went through a lot. Okay, I was sleep deprived.
I know. Well,
there were tears.
My feet were looking like balloons.
Oh, he got you all swelled up.
Yes.
Oh no.
I was swollen.
You was stressed swollen.
I was stressed. Okay, I went through a lot.
I'm so sorry.
First of all, and this is the part that's really pissing me off. Mm-hmm. I remember me explicitly saying, "Did I record this in slow mo?"
I do remember you saying that.
I said it better not have been in slow mo. And what did I do? I went and watched it to make sure the bitch wasn't in slow mo.
Mm-hmm. And it was.
And then it was, and then it was still in slow mo.
I watched like a good 30 minutes of it to make sure the bitch wasn't in slow mo.
And then, but it's okay. We made it through. It came out. Amen. Welcome to another episode of Code Switching Naturally, the podcast.
I'm AJ.
I'm Channy.
They call me Cha Cha because I'm the best dancer at St. Bernadette's.
Yeah. Among other things.
Yeah, with the worst reputation. You're welcome.
I instantly knew where that's from. Where's it from, Channy?
I don't know, and that's the problem.
Oh,
you weren't born to hand drive.
Okay, no, it's okay.
You weren't born to hand drive.
No, it's okay. I got it.
You got it?
I'm going to give
you
another
smell
one.
like a Sour Patch. I believe you.
I know.
You smell like a Sour Patch.
So, hey, this is not a promo. They're not paying us.
They're not getting free promo.
They're not paying us. I'm not going to say the brand name then. I mean, unless you want to. Anyway, listen. This tastes exactly like a Sour Patch Kid, and it's wild. Anyway, it's Music Manna. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Okay, so listen, right? We gonna ruffle some feathers today, and I know my band heads is gonna be real in their feelings, and I can't wait. So, because it's coming up on homecoming season, and 2 of the 3 of us have attended an HBCU, which we all know is a big ass homecoming family reunion type shit.
Yeah.
You come home for real. So we thought it'd be interesting to just talk about like homecoming and like the different bands, and first of all the music that you know is absolutely necessary to get you in the mood for homecoming. And I said what I said.
Yeah, I know, but I love that we could say the right word, and we're making purposeful choices to not. I love that. I love
your artistic choices that you make with your own language.
Thank you.
I do appreciate that. It's very Maya Angelou-esque. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it.
So what do you call your brand?
Yeah.
You know she's my favorite writer.
I love her.
Their Eyes Are Watching God is my favorite book ever.
Oh my God, me too.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite book, but it's very good.
What's your favorite book? Excuse you.
Thank you. I ate lunch very quickly. Ooh. And I know. It's all I did.
You did it. You could have put it in the car.
I was hungry. Oh. No, my favorite book is called The Starless Sea.
Who that by?
Aaron Morgenstern, I want to say.
That sounds like a lawyer name.
Right, but it's not. Okay, so look, it's so cute and gay as hell, but that's not the point. That's not what we're talking about on today.
So, with Quentin being, he kind of went to school for a little bit. I
did briefly.
He went to U of F.
I did. I went to
Gatorland.
I went to a PWI.
He did. Okay, so
What,
did you
explain what that means?
PWI is
predominantly
predominantly white institution, and an HBCU means historically black college or university.
So now you know if we say that throughout the episode.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested because I'm sure you're not necessarily like participating in homecoming festivities, but like, what was the indicator of like, bitch, it's homecoming?
Parties. Lots of them.
Was there really like a homecoming like vibe, or was it just? No. I figured not.
No. We just knew it was homecoming because that meant there was going to be a game, and like it was one of the like big games, but that just meant that people at the school were going to get lit. Yeah. It's homecoming is not the same vibe between a PWI and an HBCU.
I've always wondered that because like I've only ever really experienced homecoming at HBCUs, and like that's a whole event.
It's a whole setup. It's a whole event.
Like first the whole week.
You know, homecoming is upon us when you see the flags go up and the banners.
Yes.
In the middle of the F.
Yes.
If you don't see no flags and you don't see homecoming or welcome home, it ain't homecoming.
Listen, my very first thought every time I see the flags come up is when is Goombay? Because I'm always thinking apparently Goombay happening.
Yes, because and you know what's even crazier? So I'm about to tell on this, but Cookman got smart and stopped putting up the different country flags, and just did the colored flags because freshmen would have to like go and steal them. Like I remember we had a scavenger hunt my freshman year for homecoming, and during Goombay, we were told that we had to go capture a flag. Even now, like I don't know if they still do that, but even now it's just like one color, and they changed Goombay's name to something stupid. It was something really still corny. But everybody was like, you going to Goombay? And they was like, yeah, it was like international something. We were like, that is not how that goes.
That's not correct.
But you also know, like, when homecoming is upon us because they always have a gospel explosion the Sunday before homecoming.
Oh, for sure.
So you bring in homecoming with Jesus.
The Lord.
And I think
you end it off with...
They have some sort of church service.
Yeah.
And then they have like a little...
Because they know you about to act a fool.
Throughout the rest of the week,
The rest of the week, though.
Right.
They already know.
Right. So they go, hey... God be with you, and then they turn around and they look that way.
Because even then, at every event after that, even at the comedy show, the all white party or whatever, the different events they have for the students, they pray. We pray for every event. It could be a twerk contest, and they gonna pray first.
Prayer. Thanks be to God first.
Thanks be to God for this opportunity just to fellowship and shake ass.
Right. Just to be a church girl.
Just to be a church girl.
For sure.
You're going to show your ass. But there was also a particular set of songs that told you, like, bitch, it's homecoming. Let's see. Before I Let Go.
Of course.
It's absolutely mandatory. Swag Surf.
Yes.
Because if you don't know when to do the thing,
every nigga,
you need to know when to do. You gotta pay attention.
Every nigga loves that song.
And then the crazy part is, most of the time they don't have to tell you which direction we starting in.
We all
because
know.
Everybody just lock arms and we just say left to right, bitch. You better get in where you fit in.
And everybody's gonna be guessing, but we for some reason all pick the right.
No, see that's the problem. Cause see, no ma'am, they go to the left. Everything starts on the left.
I've always witnessed it on the... You know what? Because I'm on the other side of the stage.
Correct.
Because I'm usually working.
That's why.
Oh, and then they have the mandatory convocation.
Oh, yeah.
Which is church service.
It's another... We have a lot of church services.
Chapel.
It's like black people are tied to Christianity.
Well, we are a United Methodist school.
I mean, as much as people do tend to forget, it is a Methodist school.
It's a United Methodist school. So, yeah, we are Jesus Incorporated and Ma'am
not Jesus Incorporated.
Get out.
Jesus Incorporated.
You have to leave.
And the way
with my CEO, the Lord,
and Jesus, the way Dr. Ma'am Clapperthorne wanted it, that was mandatory for her.
Hey, Channy. when I'm drinking, you shut your mouth. you shut your mouth because that almost went up my nose. Bubbles up the nose. Not okay.
So I think that so what other song? What other song? Because there's a couple.
Okay, because before I let go, Swag Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Who You With?
Yes, Who You With? Absolutely.
Who You
But
With?
also, you got to get out of the way.
You do.
If you hear Who You With,
automatically just move to a wall.
pay attention to your surroundings.
So it's got Knuck If You Buck vibes.
No. Knuck If You Buck too.
If you were hearing that, absolutely.
No, I just mean if you hear it, you need to move.
Well, that's because that's where all of the Greek life.
Yeah.
They come and do their distro.
And that's usually one of their favorites. It's
Who You With? Everybody got distro.
Yeah.
Everybody got distro.
Knuck If You Buck is a lot of people's favorite stroll.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
that's still a staple. There's a couple other ones.
There are a couple of twerk songs.
Yes.
That I do know that if I hear it, it's Homecoming.
Freshman year and sophomore year, Tico.
Yeah.
Was the anthem before
I remember hearing about
Homecoming.
that one.
So
Tico,
this playlist is going to be ratchet.
Good.
I'm so excited. Ma'am.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did my shit. I'm sorry. And then Cookman has its own song that has its own line dance with it.
Okay.
At my birthday party, I'll show you the video after. I'll probably insert it. It probably won't be in there long because of copyright. But
people literally we will run to the floor
to get that dance out. And then it's crazy because it's a workout. Who came up with that shit?
I don't know, but somebody who really wanted us to be physically fit.
And it's literally in a box.
Mm-hmm.
It's not complicated at all. And then somebody to be like, "Hey, crack up," and then we all crank up, and then they be like, "All right, pull back," and then we calm down.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, here's the video for that. But we have to talk about the most important part
of a homecoming,
which is it's a lot of pieces.
Sure,
it's the step show,
mm-hmm.
the tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing one in between it. It's the step show, the pet rally, the tailgate, and then the game.
Hold on.
We don't care. We care about if we win or lose.
No, because the game has the pre-show from the band and halftime show from the band, and then possibly a fifth quarter from the band.
Hold on, baby.
Listen.
Here's the thing.
All of that was banned.
Right.
And I also like football. Don't do that.
Okay. I personally believe with all of my being that you could take out all of the game and just leave the band.
Still have homecoming.
And it would still be fine, is the thing.
You can have not a single player play.
Just have him walk on the field. Be like, thought it.
And Cookman has this habit of after they have a battle of bands, after the game for the high school bands.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll let the high school bands come and do their shows.
I love that.
It's so cute.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen several high school bands
that are fire.
That'll give it to you better than the college bands. I'm like, I a few, not all. Chill.
I'm trying to think of one I would say that would do that.
There was a band from New Orleans, but that's, I suppose, not fair because
it's New Orleans.
It's New Orleans.
Oh no, that's fair. Cause shout out to our frat brother, Brandon. He's out of Darlington, South Carolina. His band is pretty dope too. I was like, come on, depart to serve, sir.
Some of these high school bands are doing fantastic.
They're doing the Lord's work,
and they are headed by band members from past HBCUs.
Correct.
And they are fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So
it's some dope bands from people who came from band.
Mm-hmm.
I do realize that was just not my lot in place. I loved doing band as I did in high school until that little stupid man came in and just ruined it for everybody. First of all, okay, so let's talk about the differences between.
Let's talk about what makes the HBCU bands great.
Everything.
Sure, but let's perhaps go into detail, madam.
I mean, but okay, so literally everything. So the precision, the work ethic, the sauce.
Yeah, no, it's got the sazon, the seasoning.
There is a distinct, very distinct difference between the work ethic that it takes to be in an HBCU band, because you were not just playing some songs. Mm-mm. You are putting on a full performance, like a full performance every week.
And it's not for the weak.
Oh, it's not.
No. These bands, if you're in there,
you're in it.
You're in it, or you're gone. You gotta go, my guy.
And they they will clown you if you are not a good musician. They will clown you. But we also used to do that as well as choir members. You couldn't come half-assed and then be stuck up too. Baby, what? Pick a struggle.
Right. It's music is a part of our sort of DNA. And one of my favorite parts, the thing that ties, all of the people of the diaspora, all of the them drums, the drum line, baby.
If your drum line is weak, we have a problem.
Right. If your drum line is weak,
have a weak drum
get
line.
off of the field.
Shout out to Sudden Impact.
Really though, yeah, they Sudden Impact is bomb.
Because the one thing about Mr. Ore,
does not play.
They will be in rehearsal until he says it's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
I remember not right. My band kids not coming out until 2 in the morning.
It used to be where they were able to they would practice until
Wells said
until Mr. Wells felt okay, we can move on. They were do it again.
And that's also one of my favorite parts of Homecoming is when a whole you have all these people that go out and see and watch the band practice and stuff, because Wells
his Wellisms. Oh my God! If you guys have not watched it on Netflix, Marching Orders, you have to. Please do, because that man is pure
hilarious,
comedy. Pure comedy. Okay, and he means every word. Okay,
he really do.
But
the insults that he has come up with, I have never heard in my life. I have never heard a group of people be called a group of dancing refrigerators in my life.
Oh God, dancing refrigerators. That is a visual.
He told them one day, he was like, "What's your poke ass? Jelly hearts." I was like,
jelly hearts.
I thought was a true baby. She used to have some isms, honey, but her is the most colorful way.
This is the most colorful way to say that they soft.
He has said some things, and it was because where they practice at, it's like a little practice field in between the mailroom and one of our dorms. And at the time, the dorm, I think it's still painted white on the side. And so they were coming from that way to enter in onto the field to kind of replicate how they're going to do it when they actually perform. He said, "Stop moving." And so I guess one of the trombones kept moving. He was like, "Didn't I say stop moving? Yes, I see you with your black ass against the white brick. Stop moving." And I was like, okay, it's time for me to go. Because I'm going to holler if I stay here. It's time for me to go. Against the white brick. Stop moving. He meant everywhere. And it's crazy because people are like, that is so inappropriate. First of all, you don't know HBCUs then.
The band director, the directors, they're going to say whatever they want to say. They're going. You can't stop them.
Okay.
They're not.
So look. So you got military. You got band of football. But
they're real close.
They're real close. Yeah, no, just yeah. They're
discipline that it takes to be in band. Mm-hmm. Not even just like discipline as like in the band, but like as a person.
Right, the physical endurance.
The
mental stability.
Time management.
Right.
Because if you got rehearsal from like 4, he probably let them out to go eat and then come back.
Because you don't want them to die.
He'll let them go eat before the calf closed. Or, I don't remember. It was a lot that used to happen with the band, but like, and you can. I think the best thing for me that I enjoy about the band is like the elements that they have. So you have the dancing girls, then you have the flag girls, and then you have the drum majors, then you have the band as a whole. And I think my favorite part about HBCU bands is they have a whole section for dancing and like popular music. Like you gonna know what year that this arrangement happened by the songs that they're playing.
Yeah.
And then, well, actually, my favorite part of the entire thing is the concert piece. They always have a concert
important.
piece where Mr. Portier, his arrangements.
What? Tell the people. What's a concert piece?
So it's literally like a ballad. It's literally a ballad. So they take a beat out of their fast-paced halftime show.
Decide to slow
it down and do like an R&B song. Or my favorite arrangement to this day is classic 2014. I think it was. He did Take Me to the classic.
Classic 2014. Which song?
When he did the arrangement for Take Me to the King and I Surrender All mushed together.
I remember I think somebody showed me that one.
Yo.
The arrangement alone can take you down. I mean,
but his arrangements are like,
and he comes out with them so like fast.
It's like this.
Seeing people sort of translate songs into band pieces, sometimes that shit is masterful.
It's magical, and if they have a knack for it, you can tell because they still put their own little saison, as you so put it,
their little
on
saison.
And you can tell the difference. Some of my favorite bands that do like the way they do their concert pieces is, of course, I'm biased, but Bethune-Cookman, Tennessee State, South Carolina State, and maybe I have to think about it. I think it's either Alabama A&M or I think it was Talladega. It was one of them. I can't remember. I've seen a lot of them, so they've been running together sometimes.
You've been to a lot of Honda Classics.
Honda Battle Bands.
Honda Battle of Bands.
Yes. I've been to like 4.
Now,
but I've also been to Queen City Battle of the Bands, which was also fun.
Sure. Now, I know this is getting messy, but I want you to say it out loud, 10 toes in that shit.
Southern is overrated.
Yes.
Completely overrated. And no shade to them because sometimes they do have some bomb arrangements and some bomb like performances. However, I just feel like they're too brass heavy and they just be, you can tell that they're blowing too hard by the way that their cheeks look like they're about to explode. To me, it's more to it than just blowing out of a horn,
right?
And making the noises that they be making sometimes. Sometimes it's like, okay, refine that. Like, you don't have to just blow to blow to make a sound, and because this is where like the different divisions of like bands kind of differ, and because Bethune decided to leave MEAC to go to the SWAC.
And that's where I was gonna go into.
It's kind of weird because our sound isn't.
It's not SWAC sound.
It doesn't fit with SWAC. So I can't tell you what swag means.
I cannot,
I'm sorry.
I don't know what either one of those mean.
Southwest.
But I know what they are.
Hold on, I can tell you in a minute. Cause the different
They're the different conferences.
the different conferences.
But they have like the band styles for each conference is different.
Yes.
And a lot of bands actually do like they take pride in being able to just let off the way that they do.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Alcorn has really good concert pieces.
They do.
Alcorn. I'm so sorry. But I just, and it's not to say that they're not a dope band because they are. They're just overrated.
I heard like I think people have had problem with like their drum majors. I feel like some people have. I think some people were saying that their drum majors were like too showy, or what was it them, or was it?
I don't say that's not fair because sometimes Cookman drum majors be doing too much too.
I mean, the drum majors are gonna do too much.
There's a certain point,
but there's a level.
Sure. But give a bitch a symbol.
Because
Give a bitch a symbol.
oh, they are supposed to. If
Yeah,
you
for sure.
cannot, you should not be on the symbol. If you can't
need to
give
do
that
that.
energy,
Like
you need
if
to.
you can't give extra and beyond, why are you holding them?
And
Put
also,
them
this
down.
is not because I'm biased and because my best friends are like tuba players, but y'all got to give the tuba players more credit than y'all give them because they keep the cadence. So like the drum majors keep the drum line keep the cadence, but tubas keep the pulse. Mm-hmm. And also they just sound really cool.
Mm-hmm. they have the sort of like the melodic through line.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's that bass line that you need.
Mm-hmm.
It's that like earthiness. Well, I don't know why I like to say earthiness when I'm thinking about like a.
As long as you don't say
strong-
earthy and girthy.
I'm not gonna say it
because it was the girthy that really just.
Y'all two are disgusting.
I mean,
okay?
yes, thank
But-
you for
I've
noticing.
never had my voice described as a penis before.
I didn't describe it as a penis, but
Earthy and girthy.
you guys made it that way, so whatever. But I
Hard
think
and thick.
actually, and also the mellophones.
Oh, my baby boy, one of my sons, he's a mellophone, and I love the mellophone.
I love how
I love the mellophone.
I love how rich it sounds, and it adds that different. If you're not trained to hear the different instruments, or if you don't know what each instrument sounds like by itself, when you play it, all you're gonna hear is the trumpets, the
drums,
and the tubas.
You gotta hear the whole thing, and that's one of the things that I do appreciate with like bands that know how to balance, because it's important to hear all the elements in order to get to the full fruit of the sound.
And that's why I feel like sometimes Southern be doing too much, because trumpets are normally the biggest section in a band.
Right, 'cause
trumpets are normally the biggest.
they're the ones that carry the sound.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones that push it forward, but like they are part of the whole.
And so sometimes they're too trumpet heavy and it's not blended well. And so when we do, like when I go to the Battle of the Bands or whatever, I just be sitting there like.
And I feel like a lot of some bands do that because they depend on the trumpets. They lean on trumpets to throw the melody. And it's like you have a whole band. You got a whole band.
Right,
I will say though, I will give them their credit where it's due. When they were doing the Queen City Battle of the Bands, now it's called like the National Battle of the Bands because they moved it out of Charlotte, which was not
Debatable.
smart. But anyway, they are really good in the stands because stand wise, if you've
a different
seen
vibe.
if you've seen Drumline, you know how important it is for you to have some stuff in your Rolodex to be able to pull out in the middle of a game when you going back and forth with a band. And I will say that they have a knack for, they even had Baby Shark. They played Baby Shark one time. And it was just like, they have a knack for pulling out like up-to-date current music that's hot.
They
like,
will keep up.
They will keep up with the music. But like, some people be like, could we need to come up with better stuff in the stands?
I was just gonna say that because people have the opposite problem with the Cookman, because Cookman,
we don't. Mr. Wells is not really big on like the stand part of it. He's
not gonna
starting
update the books until he ready.
He's starting to a little bit, but we still got Mr. Ice Cream Man. We got we got Nick. We got what's the other one I'm thinking about? I don't want anybody see the wrong idea about me.
Ooh.
I ain't got nothing.
What is the name of that? What is the name of that?
I don't know. Marching Wildcats, do your thing. But one thing I did notice that a lot of our HBCUs have the same fight song.
Yeah.
Oh no, because we have one called OBC Spirit. Morgan State has one very similar. And so when I went to Morgan's homecoming one year, me and my big sister Crystal, we was just sitting there like, give me that, OBC Spirit. And we were just like, we was loud too. And we did
shit.
We did harmonies and everything. And they was looking around like, who are these? Hi. We came from the great Bethune-Cookman University. How are you? And that's also very important, okay? When you go to somebody else's homecoming, they don't normally ask you where you from, but when they do ask you where you from, there's no reason for you to say, oh, I went to Bethune. No. I went to the great. And apparently they've been putting illustrious in front of it now. You
got to talk your shit, apparently.
You must talk your shit. Okay. There's the illustrious. Who says illustrious?
I don't.
I don't know what the
Is it NC?
I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's the illustrious. I don't know. I don't know who says that, but it's people. Okay, so there's also a big battle between who's the real HU. So that's either Hampton University or Howard University. So they be like, oh, we the real HU.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha.
You know,
there's beef all over the place. This is the fucking steak. The HBCU is a steakhouse.
Correct.
All the beef.
Yeah.
All the beef.
All of it.
And for us, the little
ma'am.
The little snakes on the hill.
Ma'am.
Them garden snakes.
Ma'am.
Them garden snakes on the hill. That is a major beef that we have between them. And
but you can't come for them.
You cannot. Do not do that.
No, that's just a them thing.
Come outside.
You cannot.
If you are not in HBCU, you cannot come for HBCU.
And you know what? And most of the time we're very particular. Like, if you did not go to and graduate from these institutions, you should not have any opinions about these institutions. But however, we kind of let some people slide who've been there, who attended the school. And so we kind of let them a little bit. But if you didn't go to either one of those schools, why is you in our business?
Right.
Go over there. Go on.
Was you in my business?
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Now, on the other side, while the HBCUs have powerful performative bands, like including the dancers, the flag, all that. The PWI bands, I've noticed, are very theatrical.
Very.
Yeah.
Very different. Like,
they roll step. They don't do high knees.
Yeah.
I hated roll stepping, by the way.
Point of contingency.
What? Contention.
Point of contention, that's a word.
Yes, contingency is a different thing. It's true.
What? You know what?
No, it's fine. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She kept saying nacked, and I was losing my mind.
I was saying what?
Nacked.
I said what I said.
I know. That's why I was just like, just over here. So the PWIs regularly have like visual trickery.
I have seen fireworks.
Fireworks. Like the people march together and make fun shapes that move across the field.
They do the same thing.
Yeah, that just kind of seems to be.
Like they just kind of, they don't perform into the shapes. They kind of just like, hey, roll step over here.
We're walking.
Because we're walking.
We're walking.
Because, Cookman has their thing where they pinwheel. But some other, first of all, FAMU has the most confusing way of getting into a stance. they what do they call it? I don't know, but they all scatter.
Why? Why?
Because that's what they like to do.
They like to do. They scatter, and then they do like this for a while, and then they go into the thing, and it's just weird.
Okay.
But yeah, so you're right. They do have a thing of like we're just gonna go into this thing.
Right.
We kind of perform into it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Lunch is just. I know. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so like, don't get me wrong. The several other bands that I've seen are pretty solid. Like the sound is good. Like you can tell what song is happening. But like it doesn't have the same feel. Like doesn't have the roots. Doesn't have the roots.
Yeah, it's not always the same.
Right. Very, very rarely is it.
But you can tell it's an art form that they do not. I don't know if they came up with it, but we took it and was like, "Hey, we are 10 times better."
Speaking of PWIs,
shit!
You want to talk about the lady?
We're not gonna go spend too much time on this because we do have to go. It's this one young lady in California decided to create a majorette dance team at a PWI.
Yeah, in the styles of HBCU.
In the styles of HBCU majorettes, or dancers or whatever. And
why?
I don't know. So it's a constant conversation and a constant battle about Black people that attend PWIs thinking that they can create the HBCU experiences at a PWI without ever having gone to a HBCU. What you see and what we show you can never be duplicated or replicated at a PWI because it's not an HBCU.
Right.
You can have a Black experience at a PWI, sure, but to take the very essence of an HBCU and to be like, oh, I'm just gonna throw it together and create something at a PWI is kind of like, okay, cool, sis, you create a Black experience, but you're also not gatekeeping something that's meant for us, made by us. That's just the way I'm thinking about it. Now, of course, yeah, it's cool to showcase Black talent and Black things. However, now we're going to be upset when we see a white majorette team trying to duplicate the same thing.
Yeah, because that was my concern. Just to be fair, I hadn't heard about this. So when you were talking about that, I was like, is some white woman trying to make that majorette team?
No, it's a black girl.
No, I got it now. I got the context now.
And I mean, I guess she means well and it's cool. Congratulations. But like, sis, you could have just... They were like, well, you acting like people have access to HBCUs. It's 109 HBCUs across the country. If you want to attend an HBCU, you can't use the excuse of having been able to afford it. There's plenty of financial aid and plenty of scholarships and plenty of HBCUs that are willing to pay you to go to their school. Don't do that. Don't come up with these different excuses as to why a HBCU didn't work for you. Just say you didn't want to go. There's opportunities for all of them. There's more than just Howard. There's more than just FAM. There's more than Hampton. There's more than the CAU, the little cul-de-sac in Atlanta. It's more than Morehouse, Spelman, Clark, Atlanta. There's 109. Pick one. There's 5 here apparently. Did you know Barry University is apparently HBCU here in the state? I didn't think they were HBCU. The only ones I know of that are in the state of Florida is 4 of them. There's Bethune-Cookman, Florida Agricultural Mechanical University.
FAMU.
You have Florida Memorial, and you have Edward Waters here in the city, here in Jacksonville. That's only 4. North Carolina, I think, has like 8. 6
the point
to 8.
is, there's plenty.
There's plenty. Like, even Louisiana has like 5.
Yeah.
Like there's at least 4 in each state. Okay? So it's kind of like you can't use that excuse of accessibility and wanting to take different aspects or social aspects of the school and create these spaces talking about, oh, we had an HBCU experience at a PWI. That's a slap in the face.
It becomes a larger conversation of, again, like you said, it's people, black people specifically, going to PWIs and trying to recreate an HBCU experience that they feel like they're missing out on. Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily, the thing is about, like, with the HBCU experience is that you cannot have that experience without the history of the HBCU. Mm-hmm. Like, a large part of the experience that we've had at Cookman is because of the history that Cookman has. You can't replicate that at a PWI. Mm-mm. That's like the weight that carries. You cannot replicate at another school.
Because the one thing they drill into you, one, that your blackness does not define you, and Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune founded the school with $1.50, 5 girls, and a dream in God, and faith in God. That is literally what they drill into your head. You can't get that history anywhere else. You can't walk on the campus and go to her house and just look and see where she lived. You don't have that at a PWI. So it's like, no diss to them. They have their own history and their own things and their own ways that they did stuff. And there's plenty of generations of legacies that attend PWIs and have that same, pride that we have about our school. But that wasn't it.
Okay, my question is, who the majorettes dancing to?
I don't.
Because that's where you lose me.
Be like,
they dancing
because like
to their band.
Which band? Which band?
Because I mean, it was because apparently, Saweetie, the rapper, she was in a group like that. They started in San Diego though, where she went to school at, and I was like, yeah, but you didn't see them like, nothing. I just made this majorette thing at a PWI. And people were like, yeah, sis, but you didn't go to HBCU, clearly. Or if you're a person who went to a HBCU supporting it, I don't think the history or the sacred things that we feel about our HBCUs, because that's the only safe haven you have to where your skin color doesn't necessarily play a big factor in it. Like, people was like, you have all your life to go to be around black people. No. Now, hindsight, I think it was the greatest space for me to be in, to get to know who I was, and not just in my blackness, but as a woman. Mm-hmm. Because now I don't have to fight with racism at my school, per se. Like, yeah, we had white teachers, but try to do some racist shit.
You can't do no racist shit when
try it.
The majority of the area is black. Like,
try it. You won't have a job. Right. Like, who? No. But you had that safe space, and then it was definitely, they prepared you to be out in the world. Like, you don't get to just show up and be like, hey, I'm here. No. They prepare you to be 10 times better than your counterparts. And a lot of the people that you see in these big spaces came from HBCUs. Mm-hmm. And most of the time they're like, oh, well, you don't have this type of network. We have better networks, because you see somebody.
The network at an HBCU grads, the network.
It don't matter what school you went to. We'll poke fun at you, but hey, you good at what? Okay, cool. Hey, so-and-so got this. Your name is being brought up in rooms now because of that similar experience and that connection. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you just can't recreate that anywhere. So I feel like it was, okay, cool, congratulations, but that wasn't the space to create that in. If you really wanted to be a part of a majorette team, then you should have if you wanted the HBCU experience, you should have went to one. That's just how I think. But anywho,
I don't know nothing about none of that shit. I also don't care. Live your life, sis.
I mean, live your life, but don't.
But of course, the issue then becomes when like you said, when the white majorettes start happening, you're just like, no, ma'am, please sit down, please, no.
Because then you were also dismissive to the fact that we were explaining to you how that wasn't the smartest thing to do, or how people felt about you trying to belittle or diminish the things that these different majorette teams fight so hard to present to the world. Like, do you know what they have to go through? Even Even the flag girls at Cookman, if you cannot fit the uniform without alterations, sorry.
Yeah, it's a goodbye.
They don't. And it's not just. And it was one girl tried to sue because they told her she couldn't fit the uniform, she couldn't join. So she was like, "Oh, y'all are discriminating against me." No, you know what you're trying to sign up for.
Right.
You know what's required. You have to fit this aesthetic. You have to fit this type of caliber to dance with them. Right. If you don't, goodbye.
Right.
And every year they have to audition over again. No one's spot is secure. So Wild. It's like, and there was actually once, it was like they had been veterans, like they had been in there for 2-3 years, and they got beat out by some freshmen. You can't get comfortable in those as a majorette or a flag girl. You will lose your spot.
Right.
Period.
Right.
So all that to say, we take our homecoming very much like family reunion.
Yeah.
And
we take it serious.
It's very
the point.
Serious.
Also, hold on, because we're talking about serious, and then we'll cut it out. I need you to explain to the people another very important thing that y'all take serious.
Oh, okay. So since we're talking about organized things, the golden rule for anything during homecoming, okay? Do not cut any organized dance band lined.
If you see a group of people doing
line.
The same dance,
please don't do it.
Don't get in the way.
Maybe you should leave them to do that.
Don't get in the way.
Don't do that.
I was watching the video that was captioned, "Don't ever cut the line." There's this girl.
I'm so tired of people being like, "It's so disrespectful." Y'all just like push people.
Don't do it.
This woman.
Maybe this isn't for you.
Small, slim, just dancing, having a good time. Big footballer got too close, like up in her face, and she went, yeah! like my boy was gone.
This is how serious it is. Like, they will literally cut some of your scholarship money if you let somebody cut your line. It is, you are performing from the time you put that uniform on and get off that bus to the time you get back on and take it off. Mm-hmm. There is no moment for you to fuck up. There's no moment for you to, and even with us as chorale, we wasn't allowed to do that.
Deduction.
You were not. By the time you put that robe on or the dress or the blazer, you're in performance mode. You don't get to fuck off. Don't let nobody cut your shit. Don't do it. You will.
Also, don't cut nobody's shit.
Don't do that.
Because that was the part.
Don't do it. It's not smart.
Because she pushed him so hard.
And he probably was looking like, damn, my bad, shot it.
Yeah,
just
for
always
sure.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Please. Mm-hmm. And they don't care that it's brunch. They're going to stroll.
Yeah.
So don't cut their line.
It could be 9 a.m. You still going to see somebody strolling.
You're going to see it. Especially during homecoming. It's going to happen.
Especially if they just released some new Neos.
Oh, it's going to be worse. Oh, it's going to be worse every time. So just settle in and just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And you can go around them.
Absolutely. Please go around.
Wide berth, and then you can go behind the line.
Because some of them like the slide dips and all this stuff, you need room.
Yeah.
You need room.
Make room for yourself.
So just step back, enjoy the show, wait for them to pass,
yes,
or walk very quickly ahead of them.
Very much.
And out of the way as quickly as you can.
Very much.
Okay, I needed that one to be discussed because that shit's hilarious to me.
It's hilarious, but like it.
But also serious.
Those are just different things that they talk about at the schools. Like, there's certain schools you can't walk on the grass until you graduate. Hampton has that rule. Like, you cannot walk on the grass if you are a student.
Weird.
It's just
certain rules.
It's just certain traditions and certain things that certain schools have. Like, I
get that. It's still weird.
I don't know what Cookman had. We had quite a few things.
They tried this new thing where they were like, they're a little like
the quad?
Not the quad. You know, they had the little, I can't remember what it's called, the little insignia on the ground in front of the Fine Arts building.
Oh, the crest.
Yeah,
you can't walk on the crest.
You can't walk on the crest.
They put a new crest in front of my old building that they used to house like different majors in. They put it's smack dab in the middle of the thing. But they're trying to say now, like, if you're a student, you can't walk on it.
If you walk on it, you won't graduate, and that's like the
thing.
Yeah. Hey, fuck off. Say, I'm paying good money. or getting paid good money, or
that's
getting
a whole
paid,
nother conversation
or
for
getting
another
paid
day.
good money.
But this
Right.
has been another episode of
Music Manna.
Music Manna / Code Switching Naturally.
Hey.
Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Code Switching Pod. It's always right here at the bottom.
Tell your mama new.
Again, stay black, stay beautiful, stay humble. We'll see you next time.
Bye.